Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the BISP solution. Myself, Umesh Beragi. BISP is a tech company which provides technical solution across the world. So today we will understand what is actually the PBCS and how to create application in PBCS. So here we will understand this topic. Here the Oracle PBCS where first of all, we will understand what is PBCS in EPM. So today is our first session where we will understand this topic. So now I will understand that what is PBCS in EPM. So it is a cloud-based planning, budgeting and forecasting solution provided by Oracle under its EPM Cloud suite. So the main key point under the PBCS is it help organization to plan, budget, forecast and report financial data. Here one of the main key point is it delivered as a software as a service on the Oracle Cloud, and it also eliminate the need for heavy on-premise infrastructure. It offers flexible modeling capability for financial workforce, capital, and project planning. Support what if analysis to analyze different situations. And it provide real-time collaboration among finance team, department, and management. It ensure scalability, security, and automatic update since it's a cloud based. So here we will understand that what is the use of PBCS. We know that PBCS is such a application which used for our company, but what is actual use of it? So imagine if you are run a mid-sized firm and you are the CEO of that company. You have a sales income, you spend money on your employee salary, electricity and maintenance expenses, and also some other utility expenses. So next year if you want to plan what if more employee we would hire, what if electricity cost goes up, can we afford to establish new unit? So that kind of question generally arise in our mind if you are any CEO of the company. So that kind of uncertainties probably could arise in any of the situation. So during that situation how can we tackle? So most of the time what actually happen, like Excel spreadsheet kind of thing generally used by the company. So during that time we face some errors, but in PBCS instead of using Excel file, if company uses Oracle PBCS, then financial department enter income and expenses here, HR department add details like staff salaries, operational department enter cost of utility, canteen and maintenance also. So in PBCS then it create PBCS then create a budget for the next year. It shows different scenarios. What if raw material cost increase by 10%? What if we hire 5 more employees? And it also produces easy report and dashboard for the CEO or CFO of the company. So overall I can say that this help our company for better financial decision making. That's the main use of it. So the actual expected outcome which occur when we use PBCS instead of Excel spreadsheet is budget preparation cycle. In when we use Excel spreadsheet, so the main problem which is like mostly the time duration increases, like 4 week 5 week, generally it increases, and it touched to 6 week also, but the budget preparation cycle reduced to 1 week when we use PBCS instead of Excel based spreadsheet. So the second thing is error free consolidation across department. While when we use PBCS, so that time the main solution which is we we get is a error free consolidation across department, and it's a real time visibility into performance. We can real time visualize our performance, whatever the changes we make, we can see all the changes here, and improved strategical planning and forecasting accuracy. So strategic planning and forecasting accuracy generally done with the help of PBCS. So that's why it is more important as compared to Excel spreadsheet. So here are some comparison in Excel based budgeting as compared to the PBCS. So why we should use PBCS instead of Excel based budgeting? So Excel based budgeting is a older way, like writing your monthly budget in a notebook or a spreadsheet. They work fine for a small family or a small shop, but the problem will arise if many people edit at the same time. It will definitely create a confusion. It's a hard to track version, which file is latest, making what if scenario. So we generally can't make what if scenario in Excel, and whenever we try to make it, so it take lots of manual work in Excel sheet. But if we use PBCS, so generally that kind of thing we can do easily in PBCS. Here error can easily happen with formulas also. So that's the main reason we prefer PBCS instead of Excel based budgeting. Here are Excel based budgeting, and here are some brief topic about PBCS is a modern cloud way for our budgeting, for our planning. So how we can do that thing, and we can modernize our way of budgeting and planning. So like using a smart budgeting software where the whole department can log in and update together. So it's a best for all department. Finance, HR, operation can enter data in one place. Data is stored in the cloud, always latest, no multiple version, and it's a easy to run what if scenario. if there is situation which is uncertain, so that kind of scenario we can easily run there. Like what if we open a new branch, so that kind of uncertainty or situation or scenario, so we can add up there. But if we talk about Excel based spreadsheet, so generally it's quite difficult as compared to PBCS. Here the automatic reports and dashboard where management gets clear insight, secure, scalable and faster. So reporting and dashboarding is automatic there. Management gets clear insights and secure, scalable and faster. So that is the main reason behind it, where we can use PBCS instead of Excel based budgeting. So here I will show the interface of PBCS, what is, where we will create the application, that how can we create application in PBCS. So to create application in PBCS, we will go to the instance. Here I will go to the instance, and where we will understand the topic and the interface. So first of all I will enter the username and password in the instance, and then we will go for creation of application. Here are some steps for creation of application, that how to create application in PBCS. So there are some steps which I have categorized for you, so that we can create application in PBCS. So first of all we have to log in into instance, our Oracle Cloud instance, where we have to enter a username and password. So our instance is there, where we will enter our username and password, and we will sign it there. Here we have signed in. So now we have signed in. So the main step to create an application, firstly we have to remove application to create it once. So on the home page, in our step 2, on the home page we will click on the navigator and app, go to the application overview, and then in action we will remove the application. So I will show you how we can remove application and then we can create it. So here is the our interface, our Oracle interface of PBCS. So here the 3 lines showing there, it's a navigator. Firstly we will click on it, and then we will go to the application overview. So in the overview, here we can see the action bar is showing there. So when we click on it, so there are different option is showing here, and in that option we have one option is also showing, it's a remove application. So we have to remove the application here. Once we will remove, then we can further create our application, our PBCS application. So to remove that application, we will click on it. Here we have clicked to remove the application. Once again we will refresh. Probably the application is deleted or not. We will understand once we refresh it. So yeah, probably the application got deleted. That's why, yeah, I think application has been removed here. So now we have to create our application. So to create application here, we will further move to our third step, how to create application. To create application, and we will choose application type. We have to name our application here. Firstly, we will go to create a new application. Here we can rename the application. What could be the name of our application? So to give name to the application, we can give any of the name, like a fin plan, because it's used for financial planning. So we can give the name of it here, fin plan. Here we can write the description, some description about that application. Here is financial planning and analysis. Financial planning and analysis with revenue. Here, revenue and expenses. So here now we have to choose the application type in our step 3. That's the our step 3, where we have to choose our application type. It's we can see that's the simple vision application we can create there. But when we create on a new application, when we click on to create a new application, then we have two option here. Either we have to choose custom mode, it's a PBCS, which allow us to define dimension, cube and structure in detail. Where we have other option is EPBCS, our module for pre-built framework like financials, workforce, project, capital and strategic modeling. So that structure we can select is our application type. We can select it's our PBCS. It's our PBCS. Here a free form module is our EPBCS, and sales planning, strategic planning and cash forecasting also. So we have to create a PBCS application. So we will click on a custom application here. We have to click on custom. So probably we have to once again write down here financial planning on analysis with revenue and expenses. So here custom we have chosen, so we will click on the next step. So here different option is showing here, like the calendar year. So for there we have to define the period frequency, calendar, weekly distribution, rolling forecast and currency in our step 4. Here the period frequency, generally some business uses monthly, weekly or quarterly. Here the monthly, weekly, quarterly, we can choose any of it. So the period frequency is according to our business. What is the frequency of our business? Here some businesses you have a weekly cycle, some businesses has also a monthly or quarterly cycle. So it's totally depend on our business what we have to choose. So yeah, probably there is some error. So yeah, now we can see the interface. Yes, so in the period frequency we can choose any of the period frequency, like monthly, weekly, quarterly. So we have chosen monthly frequency here. Here generally T plus 3 years of start and end year, T plus 3 and T minus 3 start and end year generally taken in the business. So we can take the year on the basis of it. So here T minus 3. Now our current year is 2025. So on the basis of it, we can reduce 3 year. It's a 2022. So we can took T minus 3 2022, and same thing T plus 3 here 2008 we can took. Here the fiscal year is taken on the basis of our business. Generally some businesses use January to December cycle, wherein most of the businesses usually use ap- March to April cycle of fiscal year. So it's totally depend on our business, our group. So here in the fiscal year, it's totally depend as per our group company. So here in the fiscal year we could choose January, December or any of the period, totally depend on our business. So now I am choosing January month. Here here the weekly distribution is a even distribution to evenly distributes the weeks. Here uh, here weekly distribution means there are 52 weeks in a year. So if we have to evenly distribute that weeks, so for the distribution, like a 13 weeks, not 13 weeks per quarter, we can distribute on the basis of quarter. So we can choose even distribution, like 4-4-5 distribution, 4-5-4 distribution or 5-4-4 distribution. It's totally depend on the quarter. If we choose even distribution, then the 13 week per quarter generally chosen, where we we choose that kind of distribution, generally the situation is same, but the distribution is on the basis of that scenario, like 4 week, 4 week and 5 week. It's a 4 week, 5 week and 4 weeks, so it's totally different. Here we have chosen even distribution, then the week will be distributed on the basis of quarter. Here the 52 weeks divided by 4 quarter, so 13 week per quarter. Here the rolling forecast. Yeah, yes, here the rolling forecast are there, so we will enable the rolling forecast. Generally the 13-month rolling forecast generally company prefer for their revenue expense planning. So in the rolling forecast we will choose that option. That's one of the basic assumption generally company assume that kind of rolling forecast. So that's a 13-month rolling forecast, so we have taken the 13. Here the EPM task manager, where the task flow type is a task manager, where the main currency type we will choose on the basis of our group company. Suppose a company that is a Tata Group have a three company: Tata, Tata Sons, Tata Pharma, and Tata Buildcon. Let's suppose. Okay. So there are three different companies. Tata Sons uses Canadian dollar. Tata Pharma deals with INR, and the main group company is Tata Builders. So so that company you deals with US dollar. So the main group company if uses US dollar, so we can choose USD here. If the group company uses any deals with another currency, so we can choose any of the above currencies. So here we have chosen American dollar. Here the multi-currency. So we have enabled the multi-currency option. If our organization, if the businesses deals more than one currency, so we can enable that feature of multi-currency. Here the name of the input cube. We have the plan one of the input cube here. So we have selected it. Here the reporting cube is fin plan, and sandbox is a sandbox and strategic modeling. We will not tick mark it. It's a sandbox is a just like a trial version of using, so we will not enable that feature. Here we will click on next and customize. So in the customize, where the metadata and custom dimension, so we will not load any of the data here. We will not load any of the file. We will move further here and go for the review. We are using we are using all the steps as per the sequence. Like we have chosen period frequency, assumption is t plus 3 t minus 3, weekly distribution is a even distribution, and rolling forecast is a 13-month as per our assumption. Here the currency is generally different currency, but our group company what currency they prefer, so that currency we will took. Here the physical year is totally depend on it, and the input cube is a plan one or BSO cube, we could say. Here after doing all this thing, we have to review and create. We will review the selection and we will create the application. So here we have to create the application. So yeah, probably there is some internet speed issue. That's why the problem is occurring again and again. Either we have to refresh the data and once again we have to do this thing. Yeah. So one of the one of the simple error, one of the most common error which is generally occur while creating the application is there is no data source available. That is one of the most common error generally happen when we create application. So either to we have to refresh the thing and once try again later, then we could do so. So probably we can create application. Here I will further log into the instance and I will try once again. So here in the instance, probably someone has created the new application. So we have to remove it once again and then we have to create that application. So here we have removed the application. Once again we will try to create it. Due to the instance, there is some error generally occur. That's why generally we fail to create application. Here once again I will put all the details here fastly. So here I will select the year 2028. Here we will enable the rolling forecast and we will go for the next. Here the no data source available. Yeah, that kind of error is occurring again and again. So what is the problem behind it? Yeah, there is some glitch in the instance. That's why the problem is occurring again and again. Process is same, but due to the instance issue, here generally that kind of problem arise. Here I will create a sample application, and once I will remove it, and then I will try to create it again. Probably then we can able to create the application. Generally that kind of problem occur when when different user or administrator try to do same thing at same situation. So that time generally that kind of problem arise. So the steps is same, but the application creation in which some error is occurring, that's why the problem is happening. I can do this thing once again. If it works, then I can do so. Otherwise we will stop the session here. So now we have to rename the application here. Fin plan for financial planning and analysis. Yeah. Here I will choose the custom type and go for the next. Here I would choose the year event distribution. I will enable the rolling forecast here, and we will go for the next. I will try to create it once again. Now probably it will be created. If not, then the same kind of error would happen. Most of the time that kind of glitch generally occur in the instance. Yeah, same problem is happening here, but the steps is same, process is same. You can do this thing by implementing all these steps for creating the application. Here firstly we have to log into the instance and go to the application creation, application type, application name, and then we will go for the period frequency, define period frequency, calendar, weekly distribution, rolling forecast, and currency. And then we will review and create the application. But the most common error generally happen is no data source available. Generally that kind of error generally happen. So we have to refresh that application generally, so that we could be able to create the application. So here there is some glitch in the instance. So process is same, steps is same, we can do all these steps to create the application. Due to the error, I am unable to create the application. But if you implement the whole steps, then I can say you definitely you can create the application. So here I will stop the session. If you have any question regarding the application creation, then you can ask me or comment me. I will take next session, and all your question I will give solution to you. Okay. Thank you for your valuable time and support.